Hello and welcome to the EconoChallenge. Today I'm bringing you guys to Vander Water Conservation Area, and as you can see it's completely closed off, especially for this episode of EconoChallenge. Nah, I'm just joking. It's closed, we're probably the only ones here, but not for our film. We're here in the park today to practice some bushcraft skills, maybe cook up a brew, and talk to you a little bit about some of the gear I carry with me in my pack. Now just so you know, it's closed for traffic, but you're still allowed to walk in and use the area. There's a channel here on YouTube called Forest Walker 111, and I'll put a link in the description down below. Perhaps you'd want to go by and say hi to Craig. He's celebrating a milestone on his channel, and I'm out here today practicing my bushcraft as an entry into a contest he's having. So perhaps if you check it out after this video, you might have time to enter it yourself. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I'm not a knife guy. I don't have any videos talking about my knife. And in fact, the very first knife I ever took on an EconoChallenge trip was a last-minute decision at a truck stop after we ate some lunch on our way to the start. And it was a folder I found in the store. The knife I'm using today is a Moira Companion stainless steel fixed blade, and it has a bit of a story that goes along with it. This was a gift from a viewer who was watching one of my videos on the amazing wilderness camp cot, and he was heading over to Thailand, and he thought that this would be an excellent piece of equipment for him to be able to camp out off the ground in the jungle. And it was my first prototype, and I knew I was going to make another one. And he told me his story, and I decided to give one to him for free. Just send it to him as a gift, and wished him well. I knew he was going to put it to good use. And he was actually heading to the border of Thailand and Burma. And he was going to be working for Karen's Outreach Sunshine Orchard Children's Home, and what they were doing was helping some of the orphans as a result of the conflict that was happening over there, and he was going over there to work for them. And he really appreciated the camp cot so much that after he received it in the mail, he sent this to me in return to say thank you. His name is Mr. Liam, so if you're watching, thank you very much. I've been putting it to really good use. And I love it. It is much better than my folder. And considering I'm not a knife guy, I probably never would have picked one up myself. And he even told me when he sent me the note that he had modified it a little bit by grinding down the back so that I can use it with my fire steel. to create spark. And it was just a really awesome gift. Anyway, that's the story behind this knife and how I ended up with it. And again, it's just another reason that I'm really glad that I decided to start this YouTube channel, upload videos, and interact with wonderful people like him. Now, I've never done this before. I mean, obviously I've done fire by friction before, but I've never tried to start my hobo stove using a coal. So this will be new. The wind is really starting to pick up this morning. I might have to change locations if it gets too bad. One thing I love about this knife is how easy it is to work with. You can really carve into this soft wood pretty easily. Make these notches. Okay, I'm just about ready to try for my coal, so I want to get my tinder bundle ready right here in the world famous cook kit hobo stove. I'll just drop our coal right in there and then blow it into a flame. At least that's the theory anyway. And we'll put that milkweed fluff right on top, ready to receive the coal. Alright, see what happens here. I think we got a coal there. And we do. Good job. Zoom in on that. Nice. Now I just have to get it into my tinder bundle. Alright, so far so good. And we have fire! Woohoo! Now we just keep adding small twigs and sticks to the top of that until we get it going, and then we'll add some wood pellets. So I'm going to start out with a handful of these smaller ones that I can break up with my hand. Just throw those on there. Keep things going. And the wind's kind of blowing all over the place. Let's see if I can turn this. Oh, now the wind's that way. The wind scoop into the wind. And on top of that, we'll be placing these larger pellets made out of hardwood that you saw me cutting earlier. One of the pieces of gear that I picked up over the last couple of years is this one, the Sawyer Squeeze Water Filter System. And I was asked to talk about a little MacGyverism, and I've come up with something for this particular water filter system, and I'll show it to you. I made this sack, which can be hung using this carabiner like this, and the bag of dirty water goes inside of this bag here, and then I can hang it from a tree. Now the water filter, which looks like this, attaches on the end of your dirty bag of water like this. Okay, and then you have this pop top dispenser like that, which you can drink out of, like so. Now here's the MacGyverism. So the trick was getting this attached to my clean platypus bottle like this. So what we had to come up with was this little thing right here, and it's called a tornado tube, and it's a little child's toy that you use to connect two 2-liter bottles together to create a tornado effect. And what this does is it screws right on the end of this water bottle here like that, and then I can screw my platypus bottle into the bottom like this, and then the whole thing hangs from a tree, clean water dripping down into my platypus. No pumping. Oh, I love it. You just walk away and come back in 15-20 minutes and you've got a bag of fresh water. Well, it looks like we're about ready to boil some water, so we better get back to our hobo stove. Now when it gets down about this low, it's time for me to put on the windscreen and pot stand so that we can boil up some chaga tea. Ooh yeah, now that is a rolling boil. Oh, I think we're ready. Yep. Let's try some of this now. It's good. Real good. You want to try some? No, you don't like chaga tea? Oh yeah. Now, if you guys have ever tried chaga tea, can you help me describe how this tastes besides a little taste of heaven? It has a really unique flavor, but I can't describe it. But it is awesome. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Forest Walker 111 for suggesting this challenge. I really enjoy doing it, and I encourage you to go by and say hi. And thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. When you're done using it in wood pellet mode, all you have left is a little bit of ash. No fire pit means great way to leave no trace.